You should start deleting that folder, chat. You see that bookmark? Maybe you should unbookmark it.
Yeah,
Saying.
that folder that says homework, we both know is not homework. Get that out. No. Okay, no, well, can I be real? Who the f downloads prawn, bro?
That's what I keep saying, right?
Who does that?
I never download... Well, not anymore.
What?
Back then, it...
You're a fucking gooner, bro. CLM! Why do you say that? Why does Sky just randomly say that?
Sometimes something is a perfect cinema. Dude, yeah, it's called saving a link. You copy paste the link and you save that link for next time. You don't download the fucking video, right? When you go someplace for 6+ months with no access to the internet.
What? Bro, just use your imagination.
I was supposed to just don't jerk it at all.
Oh.
Chat, listen, okay? Your balls are not gonna blow up if you don't beat it every day.
Bro, literally. Back in the day, right? I remember when I went out with my friends on like a camping thingy trip, right? It wasn't really camping. It was like a big thing. It was for school, right? And then like at night, when we were doing like the jerk off challenge thing, I talked about it on file. Whatever. We're gonna.
What?
But they had prawn on their iPod, like classic or whatever. It had like shit, like a very shit pixelated tiny picture on the screen. I talked about it before. I'm not gonna go into it. But if I could use that and pass it around to everyone else so they could use it.
You bastard! Hold on, can I get a TLDR of what the jerk game is?
It wasn't like a game. It was just like a thing that happened. I don't want to say the story again. Bro, I've said the story like so many times.
Aww.
Have you really not heard that? Have I really not told you that? Like, what?
You told me a lot of things and I don't know which one this is or if you did. And listen, I'm not gonna watch the clips. If it's like, K9 Kuro talks about beating his meat, I'm not clicking that video. Best believe.
No, it wasn't even like me. I mean, it was, but I wasn't the star of that story. It was my friend.
Can you just like TLDR the story?
Asian. Okay, if I'm gonna tell the story, I'm going to draw a diagram on Paint quickly.
Okay.
So you can show this diagram on stream.
Okay.
So while I explain the story, because it'll be easier.
Believe it or not, we don't want to think about each other's dicks.
We went out to a
this.
trip where it was like somewhere, and we all were staying in like this big house, and then we had like different groups with different rooms, and in my room was like a bunch of the guys, because I was part of the in school I wasn't the most popular kid, but I wasn't the like least popular either. So I was hanging out with like the popular guys a lot, because I was friends with both sides basically. Like I was a nerd, so I was friends with the nerds, but I was also friends with like the more sporty guys. But these were with the sporty guys, right?
Okay.
And so we're all close friends here, like super close. And
Morg.
those are bunk beds, by the way. Okay, those are bunk beds. So we were all in like bunk beds, right? And at night, one of my friends,
thanks,
which I don't want to name, I'll just call him Kendrick, right?
Sick.
So he was like, okay, guys, we're going to have a wank race, right? And whoever comes last is going to be the loser. And then we were all like, all right, you're fucking down. I'm down. So we all started jerking it, right? And then, fucking, you know, it was really hard because we didn't have any prawn, right? We didn't have any. So it was pretty hard to do anything. But then one of my other friends, give him another name, Chris. One of my other friends, Chris, right? He was like, oh, I have like a few images on my iPod. So then he like gave it to like my other friend, Arnold, who started using it. And then I was like, he was like, oh, I'm already done. And then we were like, proof. And then they showed. And then it gave me the thing. And I looked at it. I was like, oh, this is shit. Like, this is so low quality. So then I gave it to fucking the other guy, another guy. There was 6 guys in here, by the way. I'm not going to name all of them. It's too hard. So then I gave it to the other guy. And then he was using it. In any case, I was like 4th in that race, right? But the main point is, I have to say that because I was done, right? This is actually important to the story. So I was done. Then all that was left was 2 people, right? Because there was like 6 people in there. So this other guy finished, and there was only 1 left, but he couldn't do it because he was under pressure, and we were all like we were all like making fun of him, right? Because he couldn't do it. And he was like, no, I can't do this, not because I'm pressured by you guys, but because when I'm at home, I jerk it while standing up. So then we were like, okay, well then, if you want to just finish anyway, then stand up. So he got out of bed, butt naked, right? Stood in that center area where there's nothing. And he started jerking it, and we were all laughing while he was jerking, because it was like, ah, ha, 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 right? And then he was like, I need to like lean against something. I normally lean against it. So I was in the bottom bunk on the left. You see, not all the way on the left, but like the one next to the door, there's a guy there on the bottom bunk.
Yeah.
That's where I was, right? And my head was. There was a mini little wall next to the door, which I outlined in red, where he stood up against and leaned against and started joking it, leaning against that wall, which was right next to my fucking face. So all I saw was his cock, like, there, in my face.
Thanks,
in any
Cinema
case,
34 for the 1 resub.
He, like, came against the wall or whatever, and then he, like, went away. And then everyone was like, okay, good night, and then we went to sleep. So that was it. That's, like, the TLDR of that story, but there was, like, more to that shit.
Chat, can we have the writing emote with persona, please? The fact that I'm not even focused on the story. It's the fact that you remembered so.
Michi, just know
Bro.
that this is not a normal thing. This is not common. I refuse to
Bro,
believe it.
no, hear me out, chat. Right? If that was the TLDR,
Bro!
right? If that was TLDR, and he remembered so much detail to the point that he drew the room map.
Of course I remembered. It was traumatic.
I don't get it. How do people be like, hey, let's have a jork off in the same room, and why don't you stand there in front of everyone as
We
you jork
also
it?
had
That...
one of these camping trips.
Do you know what the craziest part was?
But we just played
What?
Pokemon
Like,
on our
that
Game
guy
Boys, man,
was one of
these
the
guys
only other
fucking
Asians
weird.
there, right?
Just
Everyone else was like
ask
white.
him, Michi,
And
will the
this guy was
vodka
from
get
Thailand,
nuked?
and
That was wild. Bro, what
he
the
was
fuck?
like ESL, right?
Right?
But like,
Prime
listen,
Radiancy
I don't
got
want.
scammed for $3.
I'm Asian, okay? I can do this.
Now,
Like
is
I
purely
can
a
talk like
unique
this,
experience for
right?
Kuro.
But it was just more funny. Like we were laughing at him. It was more funny because he was like, can't come, and we were like, what? It's like, need stand. I need stand. Come at home. I stand. I come.
Chat, I'm gonna leave you with Kuro for a 1 minute. I need to pee. Good luck, chat. 07. Haha, I'm running away.
That's why we were all laughing. It's just the way he was saying it was funny. So we were laughing at him. It wasn't like we were laughing at him for jerking off, because we were all doing it. Anyway, that's the end of the story.